So now let's see how Python allows us to create variables. In any programming language, a variable is a name given to the value. In Python, every item of data is treated as an object. That's how even if you consider any value, that is treated as an object only, and hence a variable is the name given to an object itself. So consider this example now, a equal to 300. With a simple assignment, what I mean is, so an object is created with the value 300 and then you are assigning a name a to that object. So that's what is the meaning of creating this assignment statement. So now consider this, s equal to Python. So an object is created with the content Python and then you are assigning the name s to that object. So a is a variable, then s is a variable, and I am going to create one more variable pi equal to 3.14. Again, similar to the earlier cases, an object is created with a value 3.14 and you are assigning that a name pi. So that's how you are giving names to the objects in Python by creating the variables. And whenever you want to create a variable, you just assign a value to the variable or you just assign another variable to the new variable. That's how you are creating variables in Python. So value assigned to these names can be basically changed over time. They need not to be constant. That's how the name is given as variable. So the name itself indicates that the value residing in these can be changed over time. Say for example, the GPA, the variable GPA, which indicates the GPA grade point average of a student, is initially 7 in the first semester, but later on he improved his score and it could be increased to 8 also, depending on the performance of the student. So now the same variable is pointing to another object, that is 8 instead of 7, which was initially assigned to. Or even we can have a different type also. So initially we started assigning an integer object and later on, so we can even assign the floating point value also. That's how in Python the variables are dynamically typed. They are not statically typed. In many of the standard programming languages like C, C++ and all, so once you create a variable as an integer, you can store only integer value into that variable as long as the variable is alive. But here in Python, it's not like that, they are dynamically typed. So you can, once initially you stored an integer, so now later you are updating that with a floating point number, or even later you can store a string also. But remember, at any particular point in time, a variable can hold only one particular type of value. It cannot have multiple values. So now consider this example, a equal to 300. So where I am storing a value of 300, which is an integer in the variable a. So here I am not specifying any type to the variable a, but even then every variable in Python is treated as a type. How it is dependent is, so the type of a variable is dependent on the value you are assigning to the variable. Here 300 is assigned to a. So that's how a is treated as an integer variable, and advanced declaration of the variables is not required in case of Python. So where most of the other languages, they require the advanced declaration of the variables. So it is more convenient as and when you want to use the variables, so straight away you can use them without any advanced declaration of them. Now I am creating another variable s equal to Python, which indicates that you are storing a string value into the variable s, so which indicates that your s is a variable of type string. So now I am creating another variable pi equal to 3.14. Depending on the value assigned to pi, so pi is considered as a floating type variable. So a is an integer type, s is a string type, where pi is a floating point type. So that's how, depending on the value you are assigning to the variable, its type is decided, and you need not to declare it in advance before assigning the value. So to understand the type of a variable, you can use the method type. Say for example, a equal to 10. So I have a variable a, I want to know to which type it is belonging to. In a lengthy program, after certain statements, I forgot that the type of a and I want to know that. So that can be done with the help of this type method, which allows you to know to which type of object the variable is pointing to. So here a is pointing to an integer object, that's how its class is treated as integer. So here s is a variable which is pointing to an object of type string, so its class is string, and that you can get using the type method. So now let's see how we can use the naming of the variables. So of course Python allows you to have any meaningful names. It's always advisable to use meaningful names to the variables. Say for example, instead of using yes equal to rom whenever you want to designate the student name, so instead of simply using a like yes or a or b, you better use some meaningful name. So here I am going to use name equal to Ram. So here name is more meaningful than yes. So always it is advisable to use meaningful names to the variables. So here n equal to 24, but n is designating the age of a person. So I better use the word age instead of using simply as n. So that's how use meaningful names to the variables. But in addition to that, we have certain rules on the variable naming. A variable can be of any length, but it is of case sensitive. So consider here age. In all the three places, I am using the same word age itself for the variables, but all these three variables are treated as different variables. The reason is simple. So they are different in the case. That's how these three versions of age is treated as three different variables in Python. So Python variables are case sensitive. So another rule of variable naming is, so they can have uppercase, lowercase, and even the digits also as part of their names. So I can have name where n is as a capital letter. So I can have variable names with capital and small letters. Even I can include digits also, just like in the case of marks 1. So you can have underscore symbol also in your variable names, but usually it is used to connect different words like first name, home address, person age. So to connect two or more words in the variables, we can use the underscore symbol. So remember, a Python variable cannot start with a digit. So you can have a digit, so wherever you want in the variable, but you cannot have it as a first character. So marks 1, of course it's valid because your number digit is at the end, but 1 marks is not valid as your variable name starts with the first character as 1, right? So it's not valid. So even marks 1 underscore valid, in between the digit is valid, but at the beginning it's not valid. So just to summarize the variable naming rules, so variable names can be of any length, so they are case sensitive, so they can have either uppercase or lowercase or even the digits, even includes the underscore character also, but they cannot start with the digit. So whenever you want to use variables in your programs, you better use some meaningful names, and you need not to declare them in advance. You can dynamically assign different values to your variables, and be careful while creating the names. So thank you for watching this video.